Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the best possible ways to get vitamin D from sunlight. This is Gerald from Be Your Own Doctor, where we help you regain your health. You're watching part 5 of the video series Boosting the Immunity to Reduce the Risk of COVID-19. Let's jump into the discussion. In the last video, I shared the importance of vitamin D supplements in promoting the immune response. I'm sure you're well aware that vitamin D is essential not just to promote immunity, but also to maintain strong and healthy bones. If you missed watching the previous video, you can find the links in the description box below. Also, do subscribe to our channel so you get notified when I share new videos. Alright, there's a strong reason why vitamin D is called the sunshine vitamin. The sun emits 3 different types of radiation: ultraviolet A, B, and C. Each type affects your skin differently. We're not going to get into those details, but when the sunlight hits the skin, ultraviolet B rays from the sun causes the cholesterol in the skin cells to produce vitamin D, and that's how we produce vitamin D. Many of us have this question: what food to eat to get vitamin D? To answer that question, honestly, only a handful of foods contain some amount of vitamin D in them, but you can't get enough of vitamin D from food. Sunshine is by far the best source of vitamin D, but sadly, it's estimated that more than 1 billion people worldwide have vitamin D deficiency. Now, the most important part of our discussion today is that there are some factors to consider that may affect how much vitamin D you make from sunlight. So, let's find out what are they. The first one, your skin color. People with darker skin have more of what is called melanin than people with lighter skin. Melanin acts as a natural sunscreen and absorbs sun's ultraviolet rays to defend against sunburn and skin cancer. It helps to protect the skin against damage from excess sunlight. So, people with darker skin may have to spend more time to make vitamin D than the ones with lighter skin. The second factor is the time of the day you are exposed to sunlight. As you know now, your body makes vitamin D from ultraviolet B rays. The best time to make vitamin D is in the noon or midday. That's when the sun is at its highest point and its ultraviolet B rays are most intense. That means if you just spend less time in the sun, you can make sufficient vitamin D. At the same time, to spend time in the afternoon sunlight isn't a great idea. What about the morning? Well, in the morning it's okay, just that you may have to spend more time to make vitamin D in the morning. The third one is how far you live from the equator. People living in countries far away from the equator like Canada, Norway, United States, and Sweden and other countries make less vitamin D in their skin. This is because in these areas, more of the sun rays, especially ultraviolet B rays, are absorbed by the Earth's ozone layer. So people who live far away from equator usually need to spend more time in the sun to produce enough of vitamin D. Sometimes these people may not produce any vitamin D at all from the sun for up to 6 months or even 1 year during the winter months. So the solution in a situation like this is supplementation. The fourth factor is how much skin you expose to sun. So we know vitamin D is made from cholesterol in the skin. That means you need to expose lots of skin to the sunlight to make enough of it. Some scientists recommend exposing around a third of the area of your skin to the sun. According to this recommendation, wearing a tank top or sleeveless t-shirts and shorts should be ideal. And the next one is the duration of the sun exposure. 10 to 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week should be sufficient for most people with lighter skin. People with darker skin may need a bit longer than this, but unfortunately for most of us, we do not even know when was the last time we had some sunlight on our skin. The last one is the resistance on the skin. People use sunscreen to protect their skin against skin burns and skin cancer. Sunscreen lotions contain chemicals that either reflect, absorb, or scatter the sunlight. When this happens, the skin is exposed to lower levels of ultraviolet B rays that could prevent skin from producing vitamin D. At least for 30 minutes, we must get sunlight without applying any chemicals on our body. So, the next time you get out of the house to get some sunlight, remember these things that I just mentioned. Also, do share this video with someone you think will need this information. Now, having said that, don't spend all your time in the sun. While sunlight is great for vitamin D production, too much can be dangerous and it may cause problems like even sunburns, eye damage, heat stroke, skin cancer, and so on. So, the bottom line is regular sun exposure is the most natural way to get vitamin D. To maintain healthy blood levels, aim to get 10 to 30 minutes of midday sunlight several times per week. People with darker skin may need a little more than this. Just make sure you do not burn your skin. Other factors that can affect your ability to make vitamin D from sunlight include time of the day, how far you live from the equator, how much skin you expose to sunlight, and whether you're using sunscreen or not. If you're sure you're not getting enough of sunlight, do get your vitamin D level tested and discuss with your doctor about proper dosing of vitamin D. Alright, I hope you found today's video to be useful. Share with me your questions and opinions about our discussion today in the comment box below. I'll meet you soon with my next video, in which I'll be discussing an important subject: everything you must know about fever. You can also get in touch with me. You can find the link in the description box below. Till next time, this is Gerald from Be Your Own Doctor. Much blessings.